We are looking at Delia's breaststroke below the water. Commentary by Coach Chris. And as I talked about, Delia's doing a lot of stuff right. There's just a few things that we can tweak, and we're going to get a much better view of them as we take a look at this underwater video. With the breaststroke, the underwater video tells the entire tale. There's not a whole lot going on above water. The big thing that we talked about really was getting high in the water, making sure you're doing that up and over stroke. But I mean, I'm watching Delia, the fundamentals are all there. I mean, she's doing a wonderful job picking up a lot of the stuff we've been talking about. And we're really, really happy with her progress and what she's been doing this season and this year. So I just can't say enough good things. Let's get to some of the stuff, though, we can critique. So really great job. Nice high position. Look at that. Arms are to the elbow level as she extends. Now, right now, as she enters, you can see where her head position is. She's looking down and forward. Okay, and one of the things I'm trying to get the kids to understand is after the face hits the water, we need to look down and back. We need to look down and back. Okay, and it's not very far down and back, but we don't look straight down. We don't look forward. We look down and back, and what that does is it pulls the chin in towards the chest and gets the head out of the way as we finish the kick. And that's where we want it. We want the head out of the way as these feet back here finish the drive of the kick, because it gets the hips up even higher, and it gets a lot more acceleration and snap in that kick. And right now, her feet just aren't getting what they could at the very end of that kick because her head's still up in this forward orientation. You can already see she's still looking up forward. So when the face starts going underwater, look down and back to get that head out of the way so that the kick can finish properly. I mean, that's the only missing ingredient, really. Look at her hips slide forward, and then they're going to drive back and drive that kick. See the hips and the weight transfer back into the heels as we drive the kick. I mean, she's got a lot of great stuff going on. It's just we're not, that very end of the kick, we're not getting what we can. And it's because that head's staying up. Knowing where to look makes a big difference. Turn, solid as it gets. One of the best in the group. Really, really solid. Excellent glide. Look at the feet. You don't see any feet movement. She's really locked in. And here's where I'd like to see that dolphin kick before this pull, right about here, where she's going to take the pull. I'd like to see one big dolphin kick, and then another glide, and then this pull. Now, she's still heading down a little bit on this pull. I'd like to see her wait a little longer so she's coming up. But if she adds a dolphin kick to start it and then does an arm pull, I think she'll get to that point where she's more on the rise on this. Nice sweeping kick. I want to see a little bit more out of this second glide. So we lock it in. And one of the things I've been talking to kids about is getting the hands on the thigh. Because right now her hands are right by her side. Now they're in tight, but her drag profile's wider than it needs to be. If she pulls through and finishes with her hands on top of her thigh, what that's going to do is that's going to bring her shoulders in like she's shrugging, and it's going to bring her body in tighter. So she's going to be much more streamlined in this position. Now her eyes are down, everything's good. It's just her shoulders are out to the side, her arms are out to the side, and they're dragging in the water. And so getting those hands on the thigh really brings the shoulders in, gets you to shrug, and really locks you in tight so you can get a lot more out of this middle glide. Because remember, this is the most important glide of the breaststroke. This one right here. So getting the most out of it is very important. Nice sweep. She's keeping tight to the body. I mean, she just has to finish and hold that glide, the hands in the right position on that middle glide there, and she'll be off to the races. So really excellent breaststroke. Seeing a lot of the stuff we talk about show up. She's doing a fantastic job. Just try and make some of these tweaks, especially with the where and when to look. Try and make a few of those changes. But outside of that, really excellent job.